story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
Do the math. At Oak Mountain Academy, our average graduating class has just 12 students. We celebrate a 100% graduation rate with more than $10.5 million in college scholarships offered. Plus, 96% of our students are accepted into their top choice college. Do the math. Can you see the value of an OMA education? I'm Patrick Uran, head of school at Oak Mountain Academy, and I'm here to help you do the math. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us so that you can discover your journey on the mountain, where every path leads to purpose.
National headlines and the local stories you care about. WLBB, Carrollton, News Talk 1330, FM 106.3.
Time right now is 8:30. Good Friday morning, and welcome to the WLBB Community Voice here on News Talk 1330 FM 106.3. My name is Colin Worthington. We are also on the News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page this morning. You can see my handsome young guests, and I'll introduce you to them here in just a second. Coming up in April, the Lions Club of Villa Rica and Carrollton, two separate Lions clubs. They're going to produce a night to transform the lives of blind and low vision individuals. That's April 25th. It'll be at 5:30 p.m. Lots of good eating at Gabe's in downtown Villa Rica. We'll talk about that event here in just a little bit. Again, with my guests. Sitting to my right, we've got Dave Knight. Sitting to my left is Dave Knight. Sorry. Sitting to my right, Sara Claudia Cain. And he probably remembers Sara Claudia a little bit. Did a program on WLBB, I think, for about 2 years, right? It was every month for about 2 years. And she went off and she's gone on to do bigger and better things. And one of those is something she'll talk about today. So good morning to both of you guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you for coming out and talking about this big event and explaining, detailing what it's all about and who it benefits. So first of all, Dave, can we get you to introduce yourself, brag about yourself, your kids, your wife, your favorite food and favorite colors?
That's a lot of things to brag about. But my name's Dave Knight, and I grew up in LaGrange, Georgia, and after high school I attended West Georgia College, which is now University of West Georgia, and graduated in 73. Got in the insurance business in 73, and in 1978 I started out in Atlanta, and then in 1978 we moved to Carrollton, and we had 2 boys, my wife and I, and then in '09 my wife passed, and then in 2014 I was fortunate enough to meet my current wife. And so we've been married now 11 and a half years. And so she's from Pensacola. I'm from Carrollton. 2 different cultures, if you will, but she has family in Pensacola. I have really don't have any family now in Carrollton. So we're trying to, once we sell our farm, we'll probably retire in Pensacola. But I retired December 31st, 2024 from Marsh McLennan Insurance Agency after 46 years. And then I formed my own life agency January 1st, 2025.
Good deal.
But since I am retired from Marsh, I have more time to spend on doing volunteer work. And one of the things I really enjoy is working with our Lions Club, and especially with Leader Dogs for the Blind, located in Rochester Hills, Michigan.
And we'll get into detail about exactly what that is and how to be part of it. But what brought you to Carrollton in the first place? And it was 1978. Was it work?
Well, to go to university or to college here in '68, and I graduated in '73, and I spent 2 quarters in the military, active duty with the National Guard.
Thank you.
And so I actually got my commission in the military, or in going to Georgia Military Institute while I was also a full-time student at West Georgia. So I got my commission, and so I after I graduated from West Georgia, I got in the insurance business and working in Atlanta, and then came back to Carrollton in 1978 and have been here since.
So you've seen some changes.
Seen a lot of changes, yeah. One thing was right before we moved, a few years, I guess, they finished I-20 all the way from Carrollton to Douglasville, because it used to stop in Douglasville, and you'd have to go 166 to Douglasville to get on to I-20. And I remember when that was a big deal. When
that was just all trees then, right? I mean, that's all. What was all trees after that?
Yeah. It was just pastures, land, and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was pretty neat.
I remember when I first got here. I got here in the area in 2008, 2009. I remember talking Major Tommy over at Douglas County Sheriff's Office.
Tommy Walter.
There you go. He said they called them the Dirt Road Cowboys or something like that. That had some cool little nickname that he was telling me about. I just couldn't imagine that without that highway there.
But the downtown Carrollton has really changed. Yeah. And Carrollton is a wonderful place to raise your children. Carrollton is home. Even though I grew up in LaGrange, I've spent more time in Carrollton than I have in LaGrange or anywhere else. So. Whatever the future holds in store, whether we stay here or whether we move to Pensacola, Carrollton will always have a special place in my heart.
Good deal. Dave Knight again representing the Lions Club of Carrollton, representing the Lions Club of Villa Rica. We got Sara Claudia Cain, and give us your backstory, ma'am, if you don't mind, and you can also include the time you loved being at WLBB Radio and how you got involved in that too.
Of course, yeah. My name is Sara Claudia Cain. Born and raised in Carrollton and graduated from University of West Georgia in 2019. But before all that, I lost my sight very suddenly in 2015, which changed my life in a lot of ways, as you can probably imagine. One of those is it really strengthened my faith, and I started a ministry where God allowed me to share my story and encourage others. And through that, I was given an opportunity to actually host Community Voice, steal Colin's job for 1 week a month, which was nice. Interview a lot of other people in the community who have faced challenges. I also met my husband, Seth Cain, through that as well, which was a blessing. And currently, I'm a rehabilitation counselor with Georgia Vocational Rehabilitation Agency. So I also get to help individuals with disabilities prepare for and find employment. So back in 2015, I never would have thought I would kind of be propelled into this world of advocating for people with disabilities, sharing about the experience of people with disabilities, and living that every single day. So it's definitely been a big change, but a blessing in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and I noticed you used the term blessing. How long did it take you after that, after 2015, to decide, to turn that into something so positive in your own mind? And it may have been instant. You may have been able to do it, but
man, no, definitely not instant. And it's a hard question to answer because it's a struggle every day, honestly. Like, it took a few months for me to really accept, okay, this might be forever. This might not be going away. And to not ask why, but to start asking, okay, what can I do with this? So a few months I started kind of changing my mindset, but there's always challenges with blindness and just with life in general. So it's a decision I have to make every day that I say, okay, I'm not going to wallow in this. I'm gonna focus on what I still can do, what I still can have. Actually, me and my mom were having that conversation in the car this morning, so it's a good reminder.
No, very good. Good to see you again. And you introduced me to Leader Dogs as far as their story and what they were all about. And we'll talk about them. We'll talk about the event a little bit more when we come back from our first break here. Again, if you're watching this on the News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page, I encourage you to post any questions or comments you have for our guests, and we'll look at those throughout the show here. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health and Oak Mountain Academy.
Imagine a place where every heartbeat is monitored with the utmost care, where emergencies are met with swift attention, and where cutting-edge technology enables precise and timely treatments. At Tanner Health, every patient's journey is a testament to resilience, a story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
Oak Mountain Academy specializes in a customized designed academic approach tailored to meet the needs of our families. Our lower division prepares students with the necessary foundation to build excellence. Our middle division provides students with over 15 course offerings, providing them with opportunities to explore their talents and gifts. Our upper division provides personalized academic journeys, allowing them to achieve their dreams. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school, inviting you to journey with us. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us, where every path leads to purpose.
All right, 8:40, welcome back to the Community Voice. My name is Colin Worthington. My guests this morning with the Lions Club of Carrollton and the Lions Club of Villa Rica, talking about a big event that's coming up. Actually, it's later on this month. This is April. I forgot about that. We've got Dave Knight and Sara Claudia Cain with us this morning. I had to remember, is Cain your married name, or was that your original? Yeah, Sara Claudia Cain with us as well. Lions Club, when I think about them, I guess I read more about Lions Club, like raising money for glasses for kids and then giving them away. What is the story behind Lions Club being so focused on benefiting sight issues?
Well, the Lions Club was founded back in by a person named Melvin Jones in 29. And
closing in 100 years.
There's a lot of stuff going on in 29, they say. Yeah. Especially the Great Depression. But and in 1939 is when the Leader Dog School for the Blind was founded. And so Leader Dogs for the Blind is one of the things that Lions International, which is based out of Oak Ridge, Illinois, one of the things that they support. Some others are more on a local level, are the Lions Lighthouse for the Blind, located in Atlanta. We do a summer camp for the blind at Waycross every year. That's where kids can go and actually have a great fun week at swimming and playing games and stuff. Then there's some other things that we do locally to help children that we'll get a call, or someone in our organization will get a call saying, I've got a kid in our school that is having trouble seeing, and so we will have their eyes, have them examined, and then determine if they need glasses. Then we'll buy the glasses for them. And another thing that we do that's real big within our community, and we do it joint venture with the Villa Rica Lions Club as well, is vision screening, eye screening. And a lot of people, a lot of kids, even some adults, but primarily children, will go into the schools and offer that service, and a lot of kids would find out that they have vision problems, which also impacts their ability to learn. So we are able to purchase glasses. Now, where do those monies come from? The monies comes from when we're out fundraising. And so it comes from the people that are gracious enough to give back to us, to make it available for us to give back to our communities.
And your donations, I mean, we're seeing a lot. Some of them come from the city, I guess, in the county at times. But we were talking about how in the early 70s, what mops and brooms, you were going door to door selling those, right?
Yeah, when I was in high school at LaGrange, growing up in LaGrange, I remember people coming to our door in LaGrange selling brooms and mops, and they was wearing their yellow Lions Club vests. Mm-hmm. And I always was impressed with that, because they were actually out there going door to door, boots on the ground, trying to raise money. And I really didn't know what the money was going for. But then when I got graduated college and got in business, I reached out and asked if I could join the Carrollton Lions Club. They didn't ask me, so I was hoping that they would allow me to join. So and the reason why was that impression that when I was in high school, it made an impression for me to want to give back and help the people that maybe can't help themselves.
Sara Claudia, before 2015, I'm sure you were aware of the Lions Club, but did you know how much work they actually did and their direction? And do you think, based on that, do you think everybody is aware of what it could benefit? I mean, there could be kids out there who are left not benefiting who could benefit from this, right?
Right. Yeah, I was absolutely not aware. Like I'd heard of the Lions Club, but I had no idea what they did. And honestly, I'm still learning. I started out as a member of the Carrollton Club, and then I saw a need with the Rica Club. They didn't have a leader dog chair, so I went over there to help out in that area. And I'm still learning what all we do, from the vision screenings to have a community garden over in Rica. Just all sorts of projects. Wherever we see a need, we try to serve. So it's an amazing organization.
Do you guys have any kind of estimate here locally in our region how many people have really big sight issues? I mean, other than just aging or anything like that, who this could benefit?
I don't know a number, but I know that there's a lot of people that could benefit that aren't out and about because they don't have the services that we could provide, or Leader Dogs for the Blind could provide. Because that's the thing about Leader Dogs, the name is kind of misleading. They don't only provide guide dogs, they provide that basic orientation and mobility training, which is learning how to walk with a white cane. They have a summer teen camp, and they also are starting to kind of dip their toes into providing daily living skills training.
Well, give us your experience with the Leader Dog group.
So my experience with Leader Dog started out shortly after I lost my sight. Actually, Dave Knight was the one who told me about Leader Dogs. He was like, yeah, you need to get hooked up with Leader Dog. You need a guide dog. And so I applied for a guide dog, and I actually wasn't accepted the first time I applied because I wasn't ready. Like I hadn't even been blind, I think, a year yet. I didn't have those strong white cane skills. And so what they told me, they said, you're not ready yet, but we can help you get there. And that's one of the things I love about Leader Dog. So they brought me up to Michigan, and I was there for a week of training with my white cane, learning how to cross streets, how to navigate indoor and outdoor settings, basic problem solving if I got lost. And I did that for 2 different weeks. I was up there twice. And then I applied for my first guide dog in 2020, got accepted that time. And in 2021, I got my first guide dog, Jackson, and had him for 4 years before he had to retire due to some joint issues. But it definitely opened up my life in a lot of ways other than just giving me my guide dog. Because now that I don't have a dog, I'm in between dogs, I have those cane skills that I can rely on, and I'm able to still navigate and travel independently.
Now, yeah, that's amazing. You said problem-solving skills, and when you get lost or you could get lost. Can you elaborate on that? I mean, it's amazing how you would do that. What does that entail as far as finding where you are, I guess? Yeah,
so they teach you a lot of ways. Without your sight, obviously you have to rely on your other senses, whether that is when you're learning a route, you pay attention to what sounds are usually around you or what tactile information you're getting from your cane. You might know, okay, I cross 5 driveways before I need to turn left. So you pay attention to all those things, but there are times where you're going to get a little turned around, and honestly, they'll let you. They're always with you, but the trainers will let you get lost and let you learn how to kind of stop, take a breath, and then pay attention to that information again. And they also supply you with GPS devices whenever you go to Leader Dog. They'll give you one, and that helps out a lot. It'll tell you what street you're on, what direction you're going. So they give you the tools to be able to go out in the world and be independent.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing it talks then, like
yes.
the GPS.
Yes.
Do you think are you a rarity when you think about the independence? Because I've seen you walking. I mean, enough. Of course, they yell at you and let you know who I am. But I mean, I think about where you go. I mean, you have to pay attention. Maybe the highways over here because I hear a lot of cars, going faster. But I mean, do you think everybody else in the same situation is as independent as you, or what pushed you to do that?
I think it's all dependent on knowing about these resources, like Leader Dog, like Vocational Rehabilitation Agency, that can give you the skills to be independent, because it's scary. It's scary and it's a lot of work. And I know a lot of people in my situation, they don't know what's possible. And so I would say, yes, I might be in the minority of people who travel independently when they're completely blind, but I wouldn't say it's because of lack of drive or a lack of motivation. It might be a lack of knowing what's out there to help them gain that independence. And that's what we're trying to do with raising this money for Leader Dog and spreading the word, is to let people know, hey, this is a resource for you so that you can be confident, be independent.
Fabulous. And we'll talk about that event when we come back from our second break here. Time right now is 8:50. Again, we are about to promote a night to transform the lives of blind and low vision individuals. The event is April 25th, 5:30 p.m. at Gabe's downtown. I guess we can talk about the menu and all that good stuff when we come back. Thanks to Leslie McPherson, Mayor of Villa Rica, for checking in. Yay, our Lions Club people. And Kim Fitz, she an old lady, used to work here at the radio station. Mm-hmm. She checked in and she says, love Sarah. So good to see. Good to see you check in there this morning, Kim. Time right now, 8:51. We'll come back with about 8 minutes on this morning's program, Community Voice, brought to you by Tanner Health and Oak Mountain Academy.
Imagine a place where every heartbeat is monitored with the utmost care, where emergencies are met with swift attention, and where cutting-edge technology enables precise and timely treatments. At Tanner Health, every patient's journey is a testament to resilience, a story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
Oak Mountain Academy is a vibrant community built on innovation, academic excellence, and a 64-year legacy of shaping community leaders. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school at Oak Mountain Academy, inviting you to visit the mountain and experience firsthand the passion, purpose, and personalized education that defines our school. Come see how our mission and vision come to life each day. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us so that you can discover your journey on the mountain, where every path leads to purpose.
All right, 8:51. Welcome back to the WLBB Community Voice. My name's Colin Worthington. My guests this morning with the local Lions Club. We got one from Carrollton, Dave Knight, and one from Villa Rica, Sara Claudia Cain. We're talking about a big event that's coming up later on this month. Before we do, this is something that I'm aware maybe happened about 2 years ago. You and perhaps your father, who's very persuasive, talked about getting some help on the square. Mm-hmm. And maybe not everybody knows exactly what that is. They do hear these sounds, and I think the bumps added too might have something to do with that. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so when I was doing some cane training in downtown Carrollton, I realized very quickly it wasn't super accessible for people who are blind. There were no truncated domes to let you know when you're about to cross the street. So I would walk out into the street and not know it, which is pretty scary. So my dad helped me, Bob Uglum helped, Betty Kaysen helped to get the truncated domes and then the audible crosswalk signals, which you press the button and they tell you to wait. If you hold down that button, they'll actually tell you what street you're crossing. And then when that walk signal appears, they actually audibly say walk and they vibrate, which is helpful because I'm also hearing impaired. So that has been a game changer for being independent in downtown Carrollton, just feeling a little safer. Of course, you always still listen because there are the people who don't pay attention and drive anyway. So you always listen, but it's nice to have that safety.
Is Carrollton unique in having that? Does anybody else locally?
I don't know about locally, no. I mean, obviously, I know Rochester has them in Michigan, which is wonderful. But locally, I don't know. We might be the rarity there.
Yeah, I think it is something that I think we're probably the only one I know in Carroll County that has it, maybe in this region. So it'd probably be good something good to build on for other communities to develop that.
Especially if they're promoting like walkable areas and doing things for the pedestrians. That might, maybe as Villa Rica does improvements and continues to improve their downtown, maybe that's something they could look at.
Especially on intersections of Greenbelt and with other cities that have the walking trails. Where we cross roads, probably have them there.
Yeah, you're right. Several places
in the
Greenbelt. Yeah, absolutely. All right, this is what everybody's been waiting on. Talking about the big event, which is coming up on April 25th. It's billed as a night to transform the lives of blind and low vision individuals. So, guys, tell us about that. Tell us how you decided to make this an event, and then tell us all about it.
So the thing that people don't know about Leader Dog is everything is free for clients. I've been there 3 or 4 times, and they pay for everything. They pay for the flight there, they pay for lodging at the campus, they pay for the dog's training, which is upwards of $50,000. I'm sure it's more when you add up all the training the dogs have had, the breeding, the vet care. Those dogs aren't cheap, but clients get everything for free, so that money has to come from somewhere. So Leader Dog's biggest fundraiser they do for themselves is a dinner in the dark, and clubs all around the country have kind of taken that and be like, well, we can do our own dinner in the dark to raise money for Leader Dogs. And this is the first one that Carrollton and Villa Rica Lions Club are doing. So we've planned this night where people get to come, eat really good food, hear a really inspiring speaker. His name's Timothy Cunhos. He's a Leader Dog client, and they get to do all this under blindfold. So it's kind of a fun thing. Of course, you don't have to wear the blindfold, but it's a kind of a fun empathy building exercise, if you will. And there's really nothing like this in our area. So it'll be a very different type experience.
And it's at Gabe's.
Yes.
And Gabe's, do you guys know the menu there yet? I mean, I know that when they do New Orleans cuisine, is that the...
Yes, we're going to
But they're just making sandwiches a day?
No, we're going to have some good appetizers. The main courses are a chicken and a salmon dish with some beurre blanc sauce on there, and their famous bread pudding and cheesecake will be served for dessert, so it's gonna be delicious.
Fabulous. And how do people get in touch, or how do they sign up for this? I'm sure you want reservations ahead of time, right?
Yeah, so we're selling tickets. We're actually almost sold out. I think we have about 20 tickets left, so definitely jump on this this opportunity. You can go to the Villa Rica Lions Facebook page. There's a link to buy tickets there, or if you email me, hello Sara Claudia, and that's Sarah with no H, hello Sara Claudia @gmail.com, I can send you that link as well.
Fabulous. Let's talk about your meetings. About the Carrollton first. How often does the Lions Club meet, and do you see new members coming in every month? Or?
Well, that's a great question. Yeah, we are starting to see more younger people join our Lions Club here in Carrollton. We meet weekly at Sunset Hills Country Club at noon, and so anyone out in the listening audience, we would love for you to come visit us and see if you would like to become a member. And for businesses in Carrollton, we would love for them to have a representative for their business to join our Lions Club.
And are you looking at, like, do you guys have a speaker every month, or do you guys?
We do. We have a speaker every week.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Come in and speak. So that's one of the things that we have taken a lot of pride in, is to have good speakers. Most of them are local within our community or Carroll County area, updating us, keeping us informed on what's going on. But then we also have external speakers outside of the county that come in and broaden our knowledge on other things. We do meet weekly, and but the contribution, like Sara Claudia said, the cost to get a leader dog, to raise a leader dog, used to be between $50,000 and $60,000. Now the latest charge or cost I found out yesterday, as a matter of fact, is $100,000. Mm-hmm. So for each dog that you see helping a blind person walk or lead, some leader dog has invested $100,000. Those monies come from people that have grants We have from the Lions clubs from all over that gives to help support that, as well as other corporations that make donations.
I got 30 seconds, and I overlooked something. As another way you guys are going to make money off this event is a silent auction. Have the donations been complete, or are people still donating items to auction off?
Still donating. We've had about 30 businesses or individuals donate items, so it's been wonderful. We're going to have a lot of good stuff to auction off.
Very cool. Again, to contact you guys to buy tickets,
go to the Villa Rica Lions Club Facebook page or email me at hellosaraclaudia@gmail.com, and that's Sarah with no H.
Fabulous. Good luck with this event. Still 3 weeks away, but yeah, go ahead and buy your tickets here today if you can. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys for coming out and discussing it on this morning's Community Voice. Community
Thank you
Voice,
for the opportunity.
as always, brought to you by Tanner Health and Oak Mountain Academy. Have a great weekend.